Legal victory for former New York Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver. An appeals court has overturned his corruption conviction. CBS News' Tony Aiello is live in the newsroom with these late details. Tony.
Mary, Silver's victory at the Second Circuit Court of Appeals may be short-lived. About an hour ago, the acting U.S. attorney said his office wants to retry the case against 73-year-old Silver, who was convicted in 2016 for taking $4 million in illicit payments over several decades.
Sheldon Silver knocked from his longtime perch as a New York power broker by former U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara, whose team nailed Silver on corruption charges in 2016, convincing a jury Silver traded official acts for kickbacks that made him rich. But a few months later, a Supreme Court ruling changed the landscape for public corruption prosecutions.
To government officials, it felt like there were no rules. The prosecutors could just decide, we want to prosecute this action, we don't want to prosecute this action.
Randy Singer was part of the legal team that defended former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell and his wife. The Supreme Court unanimously threw out their convictions, saying merely setting up meetings or taking phone calls was insufficient to convict officials for corruption. In the Silver case, there was evidence he took many steps to help people who paid him kickbacks, but the appeals court threw out Silver's conviction because the McDonnell case changes the way judges must explain the law to juries.
And so the jury instructions that the district court gave to the jury in the Silver case basically said that an official act is any action taken under color of state authority. And what the Second Circuit said is that's just too broad.
Preet Bharara is no longer U.S. attorney, but his successor is vowing to retry Silver. Bharara reacted on Twitter, quote, "The evidence was strong. The Supreme Court changed the law. I expect Sheldon Silver to be retried and reconvicted."
After his conviction, Silver was sentenced to 12 years in prison but allowed to remain free pending appeal. His lawyers say Silver is, quote, delighted that his conviction was overturned, and they look forward to vindication at retrial. Live in the newsroom, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
The story will continue.